10:34 is the time. You're watching Live Impact News. I'm Jane Monreal, and if you've been rocking in the Charlotte area for any amount of time, you know this name. 25 years deep in the QC, Charlotte native, No Limit Larry, who turned Power 98 into more than just a radio station, along with the morning Madhouse. He joins us now, and this man really puts his money where his mouth is. For the 19th year running and leading the charge for the Salvation Army's Center of Hope, their fundraising event is getting underway, about to. But now you're doing the work. You're ramping up, Larry.
Definitely ramping up. Getting ready for our 28-hour broadcast. Like you said, it's the 19th annual. It's always a good time. Anytime you can pour back into one of the most underserved communities here in Charlotte, you have to get out there and do that. And I'd like to commend the city of Charlotte for always showing up and showing out, for helping us raise money and helping us raise awareness for the women and children of Charlotte that are homeless. So we just appreciate the Salvation Army, and we appreciate the city of Charlotte for allowing us to do this.
Yeah, I mean, the Center of Hope. Why the Center of Hope?
Well, when you talk about, raising your community and helping your community, this is the shelter that houses homeless women and children. Mm-hmm. So if you're not going to serve the women and children, who are you going to serve? So that's why we choose the Center of Hope. And for me, it's near and dear to my heart because when I was about 3 years old, I actually had to live in a shelter with my mom. And so it's kind of like a full circle moment for me.
Wow. So 19 years then, mm-hmm. Does it hit different every year or this you just got this locked in?
No, it hits different every year because you always find a story or you find a person that's about to transition out, but you always see somebody transitioning in as well. And the thing that touches me the most is the kids that live in the shelter because a lot of the kids, the younger kids, they don't even know what's going on. They're just being kids, and then they'll hit a story later on in their life. I like how when you was like 3 to 5 or 7 or 8, 9, 10 years old, you lived in a shelter. But for me, it's always something different every year because you find that one or two stories that you just love and just near and dear to your heart.
Yeah. So this year, what are you hoping to do?
Well, every year our goal is to raise at least $10,000 for the shelter, and we've kicked it off in a great way. We had a comedy for a cause last night where all the money is going to the shelter. We raised a bunch of money last night. We've already had donations coming in, right. But we love to sleep out and to give up our beds for at least a day, 28 hours. We're away from our homes, we're away from our families, and just people seeing us really being hands-on in the community, that's what we want to gain most is the awareness because a lot of people may not even know that this shelter exists, and you can find yourself in a situation where you need to go here. So we tell that mom and that child, listen, you got somewhere to go if you need that stepping stone to get to the next step in your life.
Yeah, and I'm sure that doesn't get old when you know and feel the impact right there at a visceral level.
Right, it never gets old. And being a servant of the people, that never gets old as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, I mean, what did you say, 28 hours?
28 hours. So we start tomorrow. We start Thursday at 6 a.m. and we wrap up Friday at 10 a.m., which is 28 hours. And we're there all day, all night. But it's not just us sleeping out. We really pour into the residents and to the kids while we're there. Like we have a block party plan. We're going to bring in some artists to perform. And a lot of times, like a lot of the artists that live in Charlotte, like your Anthony Hamilton, your Fantasia, your Sunshine Andersons, they would stop through and bring their gifts. And even the Carolina Panthers and the Charlotte Hornets, they also come through and donate as well. Wow. Shout out to the Davis family, Thomas Davis and his family. They've always come through constantly and consistently and donated. And even the Charlotte Hornets, they'll bring Hugo out for the kids. So it's not just us sleeping out. We bring a big party to it as well too.
Yeah, because you'll need those fluxes of energy too, right?
I need it.
14 hours in and it's like, oh my gosh, where am I? What am I doing? And then the dynamic with you and the Madhouse, Miss Jessica Burpee,
yes.
What is that? How does that gel?
Well, each and every one of us, we have our own why. why we do this, and I think everybody kind of pours into it their own way. But when we get together, it's just a collective of people who have the like mind and the like thinking of this is what we want to do for the community of Charlotte. And we get out there, and I would say for the first 6-7 hours, we have a good time. It's us. Then them late night hours, it's us. It become a real family. Like we fighting. It's like, nah, man, So it's always a good time. And shout out to Miss Jessica and shout out to Burpee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, right? 14, 15 hours. And you must have so many memorable moments over 19 years. Anything that sticks out?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, my mom passed away in 2022.
Sorry.
And my mom used to come out every year and donate on behalf of her business. And that's one thing, the last few years that we've done is that I've missed, because my mom would always come out and she would always remind me of why it's important to give back. And why this is important. And I remember taking on this task 19 years ago, and I told her about it, and she just got quiet. And then she came out, and that's when she revealed to me, like, you had to live here. And she was like, for you taking on this project, this is just, just another step in your life and in your career of you paying it forward. And she was like, you never knew that you used to live here until she told me, because I was like 2 or 3 years old, so I didn't remember. Right. But she told me, and even the director at the time, Deronda, who worked there, she worked there over 30, 40 years, and she remembered me from being a little boy in the shelter. So just not having my mom there to just kind of come out and put a smile on everybody's face, because she was always cheery and she would always donate, from one of her businesses. So that's my biggest moment that I remember the most.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And I mean, trippy too, that you never knew you had this real connection to something like the Center of Hope. Right. And so to have that really come full circle and beyond. Right. We're talking women, children, people who need a variety of things. Right. $10,000 would go a long way. Yeah,
it helps with the operational costs. Sometimes, you can't always, they get grant money and stuff, but we've seen that this grant money has been cut, not only to just regular foundations and nonprofits, but Salvation Army has also been affected by the cuts. Right. So, this money helps, they can use it right now, like for whatever they want to use it for. It goes to their operational budget, so they can use it for whatever they want to use it for. If somebody needs some bus passes, they can go buy bus passes with the money. If somebody needs baby formula, they can go buy baby formula. So that's what we love, that they can put this money right to use right now.
Yeah. Knowing Charlotte the way you do, and just really being rooted here, what is the conversation like these days when it comes to homelessness, affordable housing? What are people saying that only to a certain amount of people, but not to the people that really need to hear it?
Well, I think a lot of people are saying that they're not heard, or they feel like they're not heard. They feel like a lot of people talk about affordable housing. A lot of people talk about, the homeless problem in Charlotte, but a lot of people that's what they do. They just talk. Nobody's really suiting up. Well, I'm not going to say nobody. Well, a lot of people are not just suiting up and really coming to see, hey, what do you need? How can I help you today? Because a lot of times, a lot of people that live in the homeless community, they can't wait. They can't wait till tomorrow. They need help today. And for a lot of times and a lot of organizations, they have to wait on money to come in, or they have to sign off on some paperwork. Whereas people that's living this in a day-to-day basis, they need help right now. So I think the biggest thing is, when it comes to helping the homeless community, what can you do to help today? And sometimes it's a meal. Sometimes it's a conversation. Sometimes it's just a pat on the back to say, hey, man, it's going to be better tomorrow. And a lot of times people just, they're living their own life, so they don't step away to do that. When it comes to affordable housing, we got to build more affordable housing here in Charlotte. Like everywhere you see, every corner you turn, there's houses and apartments and townhomes going up. But who can afford to live in them? Like, it's almost like you live in the city of Charlotte and you got to make 6-7 figures to live in a decent home. So what about those people who don't make that kind of money and just making minimum wage and barely making minimum wage? So we got to create avenues and houses and things for those people to be able to live. Those people that's living everyday wages and not the 6-7 figure type people.
All right, well expressed. So you're certainly doing your part. Now let's call the people to some action. How do they hit you up? What do they need to do? Let's talk about it.
You can go to our website, of course, power98fm.com, power98fm.com. We got a donate now button on there. But I really want to see you. Like, I really want to talk to you. You can pull up. We're going to be out there 28 hours.
Yeah.
We're going to be out there 28 hours. We got a donation bucket. You can come bring your kids. Let your kids give back. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of times kids don't know how to pay it forward because we don't teach them.
Right.
So start teaching them now. You can bring your kids, let them donate in the bucket. They can see what's going on. And the location is 534 Spratt Street. 534 Spratt Street, which is right outside of the heart of downtown Charlotte, right down the street from Panther Stadium. So come on out, man, and donate 534 Spratt Street and really see what's going on. Because a lot of times, like, we will donate to a fund or donate to something by going to a website, and we don't really see where my money is going. Nah, this, you can see where your money is going. Pull up on us. Come meet the Madhouse. We're going to be out there 28 hours. You might see me in some Crocs. You might see me in some basketball shorts because it's 28 hours. Ain't no telling. But, yeah, come pull up on us. But if you can't, for some reason, pull up within these 28 hours, go online, power98fm.com, and donate. Donate now.
All right. No Limit Larry joining us here in the Live Impact studio. He said it, 28 hours, you know, hit him up 2 in the morning. Larry.
I'll be there. 2 in the morning, I'll be there.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back here on Live Impact News.